You ready?
Yeah.
Hmm. Hey, don't set me on fire. Okay, so today we, as in you and I, will be setting up a speed radar in this tunnel
Yep.
so that we can detect how fast we can move from point A to point B at the end of the tunnel. When and I want to, I haven't told you this yet, but I want it to work both ways. And I think it shouldn't be too hard to do if we just copy the...
Yeah, may change some stuff, but yeah.
Okay, and so all we'll have to do is run over a pressure plate that'll be here. This computer will be moved.
Yep.
And at the end of the hallway, there'll be another pressure plate. It's very, very advanced pressure plate style. And then right here would be a monitor that would display your speed in meters per second and kilometers per hour. So
just probably only need 2 high like that.
yes, or we could... This is really buggy, but my screen is all messed up. But yeah, do we need an advanced one or no?
No, it's not going to be touch screen.
Okay, I didn't know. I don't know the difference. So
yeah,
and so yes, yeah, and then you'll run up here. You'll hit this pressure plate, and then you'll be able to see how fast you moved with whatever sort of speed boost you're using. Like I could use my sigil of haste, which allows me to move super quick, or yeah, just so we can clock the speeds of a lot of things and compare and see what the best speed for everything really is. So, without further ado, let's actually try and do something.
Yeah. So I've started on a program here. What was it called again? So this is basically how the timer is going to work. Yeah, it's going to set the time to 0, and it's going to wait for a input on the left. It has this timeout here of 1 minute, and every 1 redstone tick, it's going to tick up 1. So this is going to have the time at the end. I'll add this in quotes, or comment it out. Time here is the time it took to run the course. So I'm going to put a modem, a wireless modem here. That's how we're going to get the signal from one side to the other.
All right.
So the computer down at the other end is going to give the signal to this. I should make sure that wireless modems have a good enough range for this.
154 blocks?
Yeah, 154 blocks. I don't know what the max range is.
Okay, I put down some...
we may need to put a repeater in somewhere.
Okay.
Which basically means another computer that all it does is take RedNet messages and spits them back out.
Yeah. I think we all here playing Minecraft know what a repeater does at this point.
Yeah, alright. So
yeah, I have the this right here for redstone signal.
Yep, I've got some redstone, so you can put that right there.
Okay,
computer will go right here. Ooh, we got a cave, a ravine down here.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Interesting.
Oh, wait, is that Certus quartz? Hello, come to me. I will be using you. I need to make wires.
You definitely saw this before. Alright, so back up here. I'm gonna build a little tunnel thing here over to the monitors. There they are. And I never got a wired modem out. There we go. Modem, network cables, and this will just allow the computer itself to communicate with... Oh, I need to bring this up one. So yeah, the computer's going right here on where the torch is.
Okay, and then this cable will connect to a computer that is there.
Yep, and I need to get another...
Or is this a monitor?
That's the
Oh,
monitor right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll just be this one computer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we want to set up RedNet with this. So I'll have a function called setup RedNet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Should we probably just show this when it's done?
Yeah, I'll every chunk in the way I'll show it.
Okay, cool.
Alright, I think this is how I'm gonna set it up. The wired modem on the right, wireless on the back, and the redstone input on the left of the computer. Just so that I don't have to worry about having it search for sides.
Yeah.
Since it's gonna find the modems separately, I want to make sure that it finds the wireless modem for the RedNet communication and the wired modem for the monitor. Alright, so this is how it's going to work for opening the ink. Yeah, it's going to just open... Oh, I need this to be back, not right. Back. There we go. Yeah, because the wireless is on the back, and then it's going to go and search out the monitor. If I tried to wrap it on the right, it would wrap it as the modem instead of the monitor, so...
Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes, Void.
What?
Alright, let's explain this thing. What's going on here?
So what's going on here? So these are just some constants for down later. So that's why they're in all caps. They're never going to change.
Mm-hmm.
These here are going to open up the... Or this line here, where the cursor is kind of jumping back and forth, is opening the RedNet on the back, because that is the wireless one.
Mm-hmm.
I see you.
And we got an interruption from Tiki.
Mm-hmm.
We are
trying to
recording.
record.
Hello.
Goodbye. All right.
Alex sucks. Unsubscribe
Wonderful. Fucking wonderful.
now.
Go away. All right. I'm half expecting him to open up the door again and interrupt. All right, so yeah, this opens up the wireless one and names it COM port.
Yes.
This one goes out and finds a monitor, which will be connected to this wired modem here. If I just did the same, if I peripheral.wrapped it, it would find it as a modem item rather than a, what do you call it, a monitor. So it wouldn't actually display anything, it would be useless.
Yeah.
This next if block just looks for if either one of them are nil, which means that either one of them didn't actually work. And then it'll print this on the computer's console itself and then exit out of the program. Down here, forgot this is an advanced computer, scrolling does nothing, but this right here just is a flag to allow this loop to break out. As you can see, while not continue. This will happen whenever continue equals false.
Yeah.
And the mode is just kind of the output of this little... I could probably do this as a function. Oh well. But yeah. So this right here is looking for a message with the protocol red base speed. That's what the RB is for. And it's going to time out every 2 redstone ticks. Here comes the Tiki.
Wait for it.
It's going to happen. There's going to be loudness. Maybe not. Alright. Alright, so this is going to get a message from RedNet, and it's going to put it into all of these variables here.
Yeah.
So, and the names are kind of self-explanatory. Senders, the sender ID, messages, what it actually sent. distance is how far, and protocol will be red base speed. But I have it in there just in case. So message, if the message sent is start clock, that means that somebody on the other end there hit the pressure plate. So then it will start the timer on this end.
Yeah.
Then it's going to set continue to true and mode to end timer. At the same time, every 2 redstone ticks, it's going to look for a signal from this here, as if somebody hit these pressure plates, which aren't actually there yet. And again, it's going to continue and set the mode to start timer. So this is actually what I need to do here. Do I even... Yeah, I do need this. So I want to do comport.write, right?
Right.
No, it's send. Send start clock over the receiver ID. So I don't want send, I want broadcast. So what I need here is the protocol, which is RB speed. Alright, so this just sends a message over RedNet, the wireless RedNet, to start the clock on the other end. This program is going to be on both ends. So now, have more work ahead of us.
Yeah, what's going on?
So what's going on is, so after this while loop, which we just looked at, there's this next while loop here for when the start timer, and that is when start timer is when this sends a message over to the other one and tells it, okay, start the timer. So then all this does, Mr. Jingly, is wait for the other computer on the other end to say end clock, and that just prevents it from starting multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just going to wait for that. And then it's going to break out. And it's going to set the mode to none so that this doesn't restart itself.
Good
So
stuff.
then, what?
Say good stuff.
Yeah. So then this here, I've just wrapped what we had down here, the timer, in an if mode equals end timer. And that is just saying that, so end timer is when this computer here is actually counting,
Okay.
I guess. So what it does is, just what we had before. This is the timer. And the only things different right now is that mode gets set to none again, and RedNet broadcasts a end clock. So here, let me get my pocket computer. I want to make sure. I'm going to test the program here. So timer. Alright, time to do what takes the most amount of time, making the compiler happy. Oh, it doesn't like elif. I guess elsif isn't, or elif isn't in this, so else, I don't know if, I'm gonna have to look this up. Else if it's just run together like that. Do expected. Did I forget a do? Line 38. Do not a then. Cannot find a peripheral. Alright, which one isn't it finding? I should split this into 2 if statements. Alright, so it turns out that RedNet, I was thinking of modem modem
Yeah.
API for it. So it's just rednet.open. It doesn't return an object.
Uh-huh.
So then it's checking if it's open in the back and yada yada yada. So I had to change some of these down here as well. So rednet.broadcast instead of comport.broadcast. Yeah, rednet.receive over there, down there, and yeah. So let's see if this works. Timer. Cannot find the modem.
Well, that's
Really?
We don't have a modem, bruh.
You know what I'm doing? I'm taking that off and putting it back. Timer. It opens it. Yeah, rednet.open is, yeah.
So
It is saying modem and not, yeah, modem. Why do you not see that you're open in the back?
But it is open in the back.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm just gonna skip over this for now. Skip this check. Cannot find a monitor. That's the one I kind of expected. Oop.
That's a problem.
There we go. It found the monitor now. So if I go like that... Oh, I have no print statements in there. Can't really test it with when there's no prints. Alright. So it's running. If I hit this, waiting for clock to finish. Let me get my pocket computer. I should be able to... Lua... rednet.open back. That's not how you spell back. Rednet.broadcast. And it was what? End clock. That's not going to do anything. So end clock RB speed. You can stop that. So let's see. Clock finished. So yay, that works. So now let's hit it again and go, instead of end clock, start clock. Alright, starting clock. Hit this. Ended with a time of 48. Awesome. So the timer is working, just need to get the monitor up and running.
Alright, Void. Let him know what's going... Well, I'm in a hole. Let him know what's going on with the thing.
Alright, so as you can see, we got a little bit of an interface here.
Okay.
Speed radar. We're going to keep track of the best times as well as the latest.
As best we can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully we can get the best to display on both sides.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, for the best here, untested, but this is how we're doing it. This right here is the write best function. So what it does is it opens up a file. Well, it makes a directory called best, and then if the directory already exists, then this doesn't do anything. But then this here will open up a file inside of best called best. I know, a little bit redundant, but yeah.
Yeah.
And it's doing it in write mode. Then it writes down the distance, time, meters per second and kilometers per second,
Per
which
hour.
are hour, whatever, which are passed in as parameters, and then it closes the file. So then we take that file and we read it here. So best in read mode. And if the file is nil, like it is right now, it just returns these values, the
dashes that are
yeah, the dashes. Otherwise, it will go in there, open up the... Well, this right here is an empty table to store the data. This right here will read a line in. Then it's going to just loop through, giving them reading in the lines, and then it's passing back, or it's returning each of the lines.
So, basically, let me ask you, is it possible to clear the best data?
Yeah, but you'd have to go into the computer and be like, so list. So I'm gonna make this. Can I do that? Not directory. I forget the command to create a directory. But I could do rm best, and that would get rid of the data and send it back into
The
this
nil.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can we do that with the push of the button?
Could we do that with the push of the button? The only way to... Well, I think we can get input from the top and from the front here, like a redstone.
Mhm.
But that would be a lot of work. Well, it would be some work.
What we'd have to do is get a second computer, I would think, right? And then that computer takes redstone, and when it takes redstone, it sends a signal that says, run this program on this computer.
I think it's more of like what we can do is, because taking in redstone from different faces is counted as a different thing. So power from the front is different from power from the left. So if I can just read in, but I have to do it in every single loop, so it'll do it at any step of the process. Or we could do it so that it's only clearable from the waiting screen.
Okay.
And I don't think we're going to have a difference.
If only we had an advanced computer and we just said, boop, clear best.
Eh. Like a reaction there.
The easy way.
Nope, not doing it. The
What?
easy way now. Buttons are never easy on an advanced monitor. Although I've got an API that helps out with that now.
Alright, here we are back again at the speed radar. We're gonna check it out. It's got some new changes and we're gonna show you how it's done.
Alright, so I've been testing this a little bit already. So we've got the best thing working and updating and all that type of stuff.
We can do this whole thing in 1.2 seconds.
Oh yeah, definitely. So if I will go as if the other side hit it. So no, actually this is as if this side hit it. So you'll see clock started there. And right now, if I send this, I'm sending an end clock.
That's definitely not centered.
Yeah, whatever. But yes, it'll update the status right there. Now the clock here didn't change because this computer won't actually be timing that. It'll be on the other end, and it'll just send the file back. Well, it'll send a file over to do the latest.
Right.
So yeah, that's this one. So if I... You did it again. How would you do that? So if I go like this one is going to be the start clock. So it says clock started, and it is actually counting on this end. As you can see, it's saying started clock instead of waiting for clock to finish. Now if I hit this, it didn't update.
Clock finish, waiting.
Oh, yes, that's right.
10.6 seconds at a speed of 14.53 meters per second and 52.31 kilometers per... Yes.
That stuff. Alright, so let me reset the best here.
While you reset the best, I will eat an Oreo.
You do that. Alright, so there's the best restarted. I'm going to go start clock, and then boop. And I should really make it update first before it does the clock finished. Oh, did it? It crashed.
Why'd you crash it?
Edit timer. That's right. I need to make sure that over here, if to_number b time doesn't equal nil, and that. So it should compare it with nil first, and if it is nil, it'll just skip by. Oh, no, wait a second. Alright, so actually, if if you want to record again.
Oh, hold on. I got an Oreo in my mouth. And we're back.
Alright, so I've changed this again, so if to_number b time equals nil, or that one, then it'll write it.
Definitely. It is the sickest speed radar ever.
Yeah. So.
Well, it'd be sicker. It'd be sicker if there was a button to reset it. You know what I'm saying?
That'll come eventually. All right. So, boom. Clock
started.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Clock finished, and it'll display. And as you can see, the best updated. So now, if I do a little faster, boop, boop. Best updated.
And if you do it slower, it won't update.
If I do it slower, then boom.
The Shadow Dog will join the game.
Yeah, Shadow Dog will join.
Dog!
Yep, best didn't update. Awesome.
Well,
yeah.
It's the sickest thing you've ever made in Minecraft.
Thanks.
And we'll be back when it's done.
Yeah.
Hey, Void!
Hello.
Alright, so what we're doing here today is we are setting up a speed radar. We've kind of already done it for the most part.
Yep.
But I must explain to the people how it works. So essentially,
and for my viewers, Alex lost his clips, so that's why we're doing a re-intro here.
You could probably cut this part out, actually.
Yeah, well, it's in there now.
It's in there now. Too late.
Yep.
All right. So what we've done here is we've set up some computer craft stuff. We're going to have some pressure plates on this line and at a line at the end. Does this portal still work?
It should, but I kept crashing whenever I went through it, so I've just been flying.
Yeah. Okay. I'm good. On the other side, we have a speed as well. Currently, these number slots are blank on the monitor. Because what's going to happen is we're going to have lines here. We're going to actually break this lever, and we will have lines here with pressure plates on them. What's going to happen is you're going to run across them, and as soon as you hit the last one, it's going to clock your time for the distance, which is 154 blocks, and do some math, calculate it, and the speed's going to come out on top here with meters per second and kilometers per hour, so you can compare your speed through this tunnel to something tangible, like in the real world. Yep. So you can see if you can run faster than your car. Although if your car is built anytime after the 1960s, you should be able to drive faster.
Yeah.
So, how much more do we have to do before we set this up and start testing?
Put the pressure plates down.
Do you have them?
That I do.
All right. Lock them down.
They're down on this end. I will fly over them and put them down at the other end.
Oh dear. Did you just trigger it?
Did I?
I don't know.
It says waiting at the bottom there, so no.
Okay, sweet. Good job. Proud of you. Let us grab our sigil of haste.
Oh, and one other thing that I didn't mention on my end is there's these extra little computers here.
Yes.
The distance from computer to computer is too long. So,
is it cool if I cover them up, by the way?
Yeah, I won't need them. I had them uncovered for testing purposes. But basically all they do is repeat the signal. In fact, they're literally labeled repeater.
Yeah, and is all this going to work on startup?
Yeah, the program should still be running.
Like, so say the server restarts, will we have to restart the computers?
No, because it's I have a startup program that just calls the timer program.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Awesome.
All right, so if you place that down, there's the last pressure plate.
Okay, I think I will try it with the haste first.
Let's go walking speed first so I can show off the best thing working.
Okay, yeah,
so
sure.
so I'll go my slower. It's technically flying because I have my harness enabled.
Right, and I should be able to see the thing by staying here. I should be able to still see it on this monitor here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so if we just wait here, clock
All
just
right.
finished, and his time is there. So he went at 10 meters per second for a speed of 37.23 kilometers per hour while just running.
No, I had my thermostatic harness on, which has haste 3 on it.
Okay, yeah. So so technically, all right, and also I didn't even mention this. We have a best meter on the side,
Yep.
which is showing it keeps track of the best time from point A to point B, and this does work both ways. So if we were to go from the other side to back to here, then
Should I show that off as well?
I think I'll do that in just a second. However, I wanted to test this for my side with the sigil of haste, just running straight. So here we go. Clocking. It should clock start, right?
Yep. Clock started.
Okay. And we are dashing straight for the target, and wait for it. High five, Void. What do we got? Should
It
update here.
should-
Waiting.
Yep. There we go. 54.9 kilometers per hour.
Oh,
and,
dang.
And you see the best updated as well. I think our best kind of rough estimate before was by you at like 48 or something like that. 40 something.
Wait, so
kilometers per
that...
hour?
Oh, I was using the hang glider then
Yeah.
as well, and this, I was just using my sigil and running without a speed boost by itself. So that's actually kind of neat. And I want to test again right now with the hang glider hover mode. Oh god, we gotta go. This thing makes you go. There's no time to wait. And coming up on the end here, yes, this is definitely... I feel like this is definitely slow.
Clock finished.
Okay, and what do we got?
Oh, it's barely slower. It went from... No, it's barely... What?
Well, wasn't the other one 54?
Yeah, why did best update?
Well, looks like our best is not our best. Another fun thing, if we run over the clock and don't hit the other side of after a minute, is it?
Yeah.
After a minute, it will just stop the clock and start over, so that it doesn't matter if it's running.
And I have yet to test that. I think right now, as it is, it stops one end but not the other, so...
Oh,
it
and
would
then
break the
apparently the best. So there's there's some bugs to fix with this still to go, and we would like to add a button that would replace the to reset the best time in case someone has two people running across it, and it ends up being like 1 second, and you're going at a speed of how fast would that actually be if we did that right now?
What now?
So say like we're both on. I'm on this end, you're on that end, right? I run over it, and then you run over it, right?
Yeah. Here, I will stop the clock.
Mm-hmm.
I will go as soon as you hit it.
Okay, here we go. And go.
Clock finished 1 second.
Huh. At a speed of 554.55 kilometers per hour, if that were possible. So that is the speed of teleportation, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure.
All right, is there any more testing on this that you wanted to do before we... Oh, I just started the clock, and here we go. So now it's kind of nice to know that I don't have to do the hover mode trick because it is a little slower than... Well, maybe if I had actually done it like at a full speed instead of the short start, it might have been just a tad bit...
Why is best...
Yeah, that's definitely...
Why you do this best? I tested you thoroughly. And you never did this before.
Oh, man, right when we decided to turn on the camera and give it its full showcase.
Yeah, I know.
All right, well, I think that's all we're going to show for this today on my end. If you want to see the full setup, feel free to go watch it on Void's channel. He'll have that up soon, I do believe.
Yeah, fans are coming in tomorrow for my computer. Yeah. New computer, need better fans.
All right.
And
well,
yeah, I have another video in between there, but yes.
Okay, so
Soon.
if this is not long enough, we will be doing more stuff on my end. If not, I will see you guys next time. Peace. So.